Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, and we're back with another episode of Settlement Survival. I hope we're having a fantastic and amazing day today. In this episode, we're going to focus a little bit on some trading stuff, and I want to show you a little bit what I did in between episodes. Not a whole lot. I did reorganize our little farm area over in here, trying to center the compost plant here to give that fertile land buff to the farms around it. So that's working out pretty well. I'll probably duplicate this next door right in here. But we'll get to that eventually. But yeah, so this is working great. I have cotton going in here, so we did get that one caravan back. Got some cotton growing. And then I did end up turning on our textile mill. So we got some cotton cloth in reserves, looking good. So this is well underway over in here. And then we also got completed the fuel factory and the smelter over in here. So we have some steel coming in. And then both of our mines are good to go. So this whole area is developing very well. I'm trying to fill in a couple of holes that we have here. Water is one of them. I've been trying to do a little bit of more clothing action. This is weird. So this is showing our immigrants down over in here when they're up here. I'm going to say automatically admission of immigrants. I just learned that this button was here, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, there's 18 more people. Great. And apparently they all come down over in here now. Kind of weird. Anyways, we got the extra people. So what I want to do is come up over in here to our little trading post, and we'll look at our faction rep real quick. So we haven't done anything with anybody else besides Lorenzo. With that last caravan coming back, we got the barbershop and quick hunting unlocked. And then moving on, we have the ancient smeltery, hardwood pasture, and small fishing port. The ancient smeltery is going to be able to process iron ore and timber into steel, and then the hardwood pasture is going to be the same as the eco pasture, but double the max capacity of raising animals. That's a pretty good one to get. But after this, we have the bank, which is kind of an interesting thing. It allows you to gain interest on your coins. And then we have the hardwood furniture here. This is going to be luxury furniture at the luxury furniture shop. So that's a really nice thing. So instead of having to use seal fur or anything like that, it looks like we'll be able to use our hardwood instead. What I'm thinking about doing, since we already have steel coming in, and I'm pretty happy with our pastures, I think we're going to go to Meow next and work on getting toward the tier 3 dense things. Such a powerful thing to get. Oh, and we're getting hit by a drought too. I don't know if you caught that change in the background there. So we're going to go ahead and visit her. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, we're going to learn some text first. We're going to go to trade, and I would like to start producing things to trade out. So that would be under here, pottery, and then carving workshop. So the pottery is going to allow us to use clay to make pots. And then the carving workshop, we can use either wood or iron, gold, or jade to produce little statuettes, and we can trade for some money. So those are pretty good. But it looks like the carving workshop here is going to require steel tools and building kits. Okay, I guess we can't do that part yet. I got a little click happy. But we'll have to start with pottery, which is just fine. I think we're going to go ahead and start working down the insurance tree here. We have quick preparation next, superior insurance, and then well-known reputation. That's going to increase your rep gains by 25%. That's the real key out of that tree. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here, we're going to set up a little caravan. We'll probably do 10 people in there. We have insurance now. I'll see what we can sell, see what we can buy, and I'll be right back. All right, so here's what we're going to do for our caravan. We have plenty of iron tools and hardwood tools, so we're going to sell some of those. And then I noticed that I have a ton of planks, over 2,000 planks right now. So I was going through here, and I noticed that we have herb seeds as an option for 12,000. Now that's pretty good. We could totally use those herb seeds to grow some stuff, but I can't quite afford that just yet. So what I think we'll do instead is let's go up here and we'll go for our sugar producers, I think. We have both these grown in fields. Let's just go for sugarcane, 8,000. We should be able to handle that. We're gaining 4,800. We have 6,000. Let's go ahead and form it. Risk of death is 1.2%. Let's just lower that because we can. And then let's go ahead and form this. You know, since we have so many planks, I'm considering making another one of these trading posts over in here. I would start continuously sending shipments out. I think that would be a really good thing to start doing. Really start working on that rep stuff. I just got to find a good spot for this thing. All right, and then we do have one more tech point available. So if we go back to our trading, which we could do, I think what we'll do instead, so our carving workshop is calling for steel tools, right? And the building kits. So the building kits is something that we can start to work towards if we grab the forge. So I think that's what we'll do. We're going to go ahead and grab forge, and then we'll plop a couple of them down in our little area over in here. Go ahead and we'll grab at least one forge. Plop it over on this side. It's kind of what we're doing, going up that road there. And then we have our pottery workshop, which is going to utilize that clay and catalyst. So we do have our clay producers right over in here. The thing that we'll do, since we have the clay producing right here, I think we'll plop this guy down over in this area. And then we could maybe put a couple more clay producers over in here if we need them. Okay, so good. We'll get those couple things built up, and then we'll be able to get the pottery workshop going, get some trades going, some money coming in. I think that'll be a really good thing to start doing. You know, I kind of thinking about doing another one here. Let's pop this guy down up over in here, and then let's put another sand pit over in here and get that guy started up as well. Okay, so we are still kind of iffy on our water situation. So let's go ahead and grab another well. I've been kind of putting wells kind of just randomly in here, trying to get enough of them. Put this guy back here just recently, and then let's go ahead and we'll plop another one of these guys. That'll work right there. That's pretty good. Okay, we'll get that built up. And then let's see. We'll come over in here. We have tons of laborers right now, which is really great. We could do a whole bunch more farms, but we are doing pretty well with our food situation. We probably could use another quarry. So we have this one quarry up over in here, currently at 36% inventory left. We may want to do that. Get another quarry going. I think we'll go about right in this space. These mountains we can utilize either side for mines. So one over in here, hopefully. Maybe one or two over on this side if we need them. We got a bunch of mines up over in here. I think we'll be okay for a while. But yeah, let's get this quarry in, and then we'll get some more stones coming in, which would be really an awesome thing to do. Because we're building our stone roads all over. We're using stones like crazy. We need some more. And then we got to get our clothes a little bit better. So I have been putting in a couple of tailors here and there. Advanced tailors, since we can do that now. And been trying to get that up, but it's not working super great. We need a couple more. So let's go ahead, and we're working our way kind of over a little bit too far on the right side, I feel like. So what we could do is kind of bring another road down, maybe more toward the middle in here. Let's do one more building like here, and then I think I'll bring a road down and we can split it. Okay, something like that. We got a little bit more road action in there. What we haven't looked at in a while is our housing situation. Yeah, we're getting pretty close. I don't have any immigrants currently. Oh, we do have immigrants on the timeline. So yes, we need to produce some more homes. So we talked about filling it in a little bit over in here, which we could do, but I don't think we'll get very many in here because it's just a little bit too hilly. So I think I'm going to take a moment, I'm going to look around, and I'm going to find a good spot to get another one of these guys started. All right, we got a little bit of an area started up over in here. Instead of using a clinic, I'm going to go for the barber shop over in here. Remember, we got this from our Lorenzo trades. Looks like I'm going to need some luxury bedding for it, though. So we are going to have to utilize our new trading post, I think, to go ahead and ship some of those guys out. Let's go ahead, before we do that. Ooh, look at this. We got something here. Our mine is out of stock. So let's go ahead and turn that off. We will upgrade it later, so we're going to just leave it for now. And then let's turn this guy back on and get some of that happening. And we're going to need that coal. So let's come back over in here, and we'll turn this guy back going, and then we'll go coal, and then we'll go back to 10 in there. And then after this one's good to go, we'll move those 10 people up there instead. So we have some coal production more in a northerly area. Pottery workshop, good to go. Let's go ahead and check out what we got here. So pottery, of course, this is worth 8 a piece. And then we have porcelain, which is worth 16. And then silver cutlery, which you can't do because we don't have any silver ore. So we're going to go ahead and go for porcelain. It is double. And then the cost is slightly less than double. You can see there it's going to take 6 clay for pottery and 10 for porcelain. And then 5 for refined fuels and then 10 for porcelain. We're going to go for porcelain. That'll be great. Let's go ahead and add a couple of workers in there. And we should have our other pottery workshop good to go. Let's go ahead and add our 3 workers and then do the same. We are going to have a ton of those porcelains coming in. It's going to be an awesome thing to be able to trade out. We have our advanced tailor ready to go down over in here. Let's go for down jackets. Put a couple of worker in there. And then it looks like our textile mills are all full up. So let's go ahead and we'll up that to 500. And we'll also up this one to 500. New quarries working. Excellent. Getting a little bit more stone action happening. The tailor's scrap. Tailors in town were sorted out leftover scraps and some old clothing that could no longer be worn. Although they could not be made into decent clothes, tailors could still reuse the materials to make simple clothes or backpacks that can be put to use. We are doing okay with clothing. I'm going to go for backpacks. Sweet. We haven't added in any more workers back to the forest farm. We're handling our current needs really well. Super happy about it. But we do have our grove that we turned off. We must have had low workers. I don't remember turning this one off. But we're going to go ahead and turn it back on. Get a couple more of those coffee seeds happening so we can get some more coffee so we can trade that as well. couple good things coming together here. Looks like we have one of our town hall people ready to get swapped out. And let's see what we can get now. Logistics proficiency +1 or pasture yield +10. Let's go for pasture yield. And we do have 1 tech point. So since we have steel nowadays, we could totally make some hand carts. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So what that backpack thing reminded me is now that we have cotton cloth, we should be able to make backpacks. Now we have hand carts. We can make hand carts. We're about to increase our logistical capabilities by quite a bit. Backpack is +100, hand carts +150, +250 with the 2 of them. That's going to be really great to do. So let's go ahead and find our advanced smithies. Got this guy ready to go. And I think it would kind of make sense to have this over in here where we're producing that type of thing. So let's go ahead and put 1 advanced smithy down. And then we are going to need to make backpacks. And that was with the tailor. Let's just check our advanced tailor here. There it is. Excellent. Let's go ahead and we'll grab 1 more of those guys. And since that is kind of in this area as well, let's go ahead and we'll plop it on the other side of the road. Okay, and our advanced tailor just looking for some stone. We'll get that happening here shortly, hopefully. And the advanced smithy is looking for cut stone and some steel. We have that ready to go. Awesome. And we did end up getting the forge built up as well. Tony's working in there for us. Working on some steel, planks, and glass. Looking good. Got 10 building kits already. And then with that stuff, we'll be able to get to the carving workshop here shortly. So we still need the steel tools, which we should be able to do. We'll go ahead and check that out in just a second. Let's go ahead and grab our carving workshop. And we're going to kind of plop this guy down over in here. It's kind of where we're doing our thing right now. And then, okay, so of course, there's going to need building kits. We got 20. And then steel tools, and then cut stone. So the steel tooling, let's go ahead and see if we can find one of our tool makers. And here we go, right here next door. We got our smithy making us hardwood tools. So let's go ahead and swap that to steel tools. Oh, we can't because this is just a regular old smithy. Can't quite upgrade that one yet. So when this smithy gets going, instead of building hand carts right away, we're going to go for steel tools. We'll ban them, and then we will be able to build this carving workshop with those 30 steel tools. So this is going to take a little while to get this thing built up. We got to have the cut stone first. So let's prioritize this. We'll get some steel while we're waiting for the cut stone. That'll be ready to go, and then we'll be able to get our carving workshop going right away. Another option is to trade for it. So that could be something that we end up doing. We also need some of that luxury cloth for the barbershop. Our 1 caravan just returned, so that's excellent. And we will have a couple workers back, of course. And that was a level up as well. So we'll have bamboo seeds, bamboo baskets, and then a paper mill that we can utilize with the bamboo. So the bamboo has got to be built in a forest farm. So luckily, we did it correctly this time. I usually get the bamboo technology and then forget about the forest farm and then have to build that. But we got the bamboo seeds ready to go. Let's go ahead and get a couple people working on that. And then let's get our mine turned off. Oh, we got to get that mine back working because we got to get that coal, right? So let's go ahead and we'll up that to 10. Let's go back over to this coal guy, turn it off like we mentioned. And now we'll go back to the small trading post and set that up. All right, so we got our caravan good to go. We're going to go ahead and sell some coffee beans. We got some more planks we're going to sell. Planks are not worth very much each right now, only 8. So that's not the greatest thing to trade out, but it's all right. And then we have our luxury bedding that we need to purchase for the barbershop. And we're going to go ahead and form this one. Back up over in here with the one that just arrived. Let's go ahead and call for some of those steel tools. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll sell some items. We have all those planks like I mentioned, but let's see if we have any porcelain ready yet. 288 ready. Okay, that's super great. So let's go ahead. We'll do 250 porcelains on there, and then we're going to fill in the blanks with our blank. So we're going to go ahead and start with 50. That should be plenty to build this building up. And let's go ahead and send this one out as well. Excellent. So now we're kind of low on workers, but we have 2 huge caravans going out. We almost have more immigrants here. The timing is working out very well for us. I'm really happy about it. I'm noticing that we don't have any textiles up here. We'd like to get some backpacks, and we'd like to get some straw shoes. So this is going to need a knitting workshop, and we'll have to see if we even have that technology. Yeah, so we don't have the knitting workshop yet, so we could totally get this. Do we have any reeds? We got plenty of reeds. Let's go ahead and grab the knitting workshop as well. Okay, so advanced tailor ready to go down here. That's going to be our backpack people. Our advanced smithy is ready to roll. This is the one where we were going to go for steel tools, but since we have some coming in, we don't need to. But let's just double check our hand carts. Okay, great. That's just going to take plank and steel. We can handle that. And I noticed this. You can create these items now. So the bell tower and the oven were only tradable before. But now it looks like we can create those, which is really good. Look at the price on that. 1,000 a piece for some cut stone and steel. Ooh. All right, advanced smithy. We got our 2 people working there. Let's get some hand carts going. That's super great. We're going to have so many good logistical things happen. And then over here where we have our reeds coming off the water, let's go ahead and grab a couple knitting workshops. There's always a few things out of these knitting workshops that I would like to create. So let's go ahead and we'll plop down 1 and 2 and 3 like that. And look at this. We got somebody running around without a house. And we need to put in some more homes. So that's what we are going to end up doing. Oh, look at this. This guy requires bedding sets. And look, we got the luxury bedding coming in. Oh, do we have bedding sets? Okay, so let's go ahead and put more houses in, and then we got to check on our bedding sets. So we need bedding sets, right? So let's go ahead. We do have our 1 technology point available. So if we go ahead and find where we can make bedding right here, right under sawmill, we got that. That's great. So we could go ahead and do this. Now, we did mention trying to get to well-known reputation, but we did use 1 point on knitting. So I think what we'll do, because we kind of need that stuff right now, we're going to go ahead and go for bedding. This guy's going to take feathers or wool and cloth into bedding sets. Let's do that. We are going to need these eventually, so it's just might as well do it now. Oh, we got that paper mill here, so that's going to turn the bamboo that we got into paper. And then our processing, we have our bedding shop and an advanced bedding shop. Let's go ahead. We'll build the regular old bedding shop. We can't quite afford advanced yet. We'll go ahead and do that. Now, this guy's going to require rope. So remember those knitting workshops that we just put in? We're going to have to utilize some of that rope that they can make to make some of those guys. So knitting workshop, here we go. We got our rope. Let's do that. Let's go for straw shoes. Yep. And then finally, we have fishing nets, baskets, and scarecrow. Can't make fishing nets or scarecrow. Basket it is. So we can focus bamboo here or on reeds. So what I think what we'll do both for now. Eventually, once we get lots of bamboo going, I think I'll swap that to be only bamboo. Then that way we will save our reeds a little bit. So let's go ahead and throw a couple more workers in each of these. Okay, looking good. And yeah, that's set up really nicely. We'll just have to check our production, make sure that we are producing enough. So let's go ahead and we'll find some of those reeds. So if we look at our reeds, yeah, we are not bringing in enough. So we're going to have to build at least 1 more of those guys. We can easily do that at least. We'll get that guy built up, and then we should be okay with our production. Another thing that might be nice over here is a little bit of a warehouse, but it looks like I don't have enough room. We have enough room for a storage yard. A little itty bitty one. Better than nothing. All right, we'll do 2 of those. Pottery workshop, porcelain's at max. Nah, we're going to bump that up to a lot. And then let's just do a quick look to see where our caravans are. We got about 100 days left on that guy. And about, well, a little more than 100 on that one. So those guys are going to be gone for a while. I think what we'll do is we'll carry on here. We'll make sure that we got enough of our steel tools to get our carving workshop started up. That'll be a great thing to do. And then I think what I'll do in between episodes, I'm going to keep developing this little area over here. We're going to need these cloths, of course. But the houses are coming together. Kind of thinking about doing some more farms over on this area. Nice flat area. Maybe over and down in here or something. We'll do some pastures. Kind of develop it a little bit more so that they have their own stuff going on as well. But that's going to be it for this episode of Settlement Survival. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this one. And I hope to see you in the next one. Have a fantastic and amazing rest of your evening, day, or night.